Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Aftermath, here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, Eric the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the Secret Service Congressional Hearing yesterday and how it turned into a DEI shit show, thanks to idiots Ariana Pressley and Jasmine Crockett, among others, and exactly why those two women specifically need to be tossed out of office and are on max qualifications in this country. I would have done this as part of the last grandstand, but I decided against it because I did not want to diminish the actual story we were talking about there with Sonia Massey, because she obviously was murdered by the cops in Illinois. I did not feel the need to put this in there as well because then it would have been going from one extreme to the next is what it is, and I feel like it's two different things, two different stories, etc. It's better to just do it this way is what it is. So, anyway. But yeah, we'll get right into this. We're also going to talk a little bit about the most recent stuff going on with Trump and company there, and the attempted assassination of him a couple weeks ago. Now is what it is almost. So, which is all kinds of weird shit going on with this kid that was the supposed shooter there. This was from Matt Wallace. Said, "Oh my God, this needs to be shared everywhere immediately. Heritage Foundation just released cell phone data of a mysterious figure who made frequent trips between Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crook's home and a building in Washington, D.C. near the FBI office. 9 devices were identified in the analysis linking to both his home and work. Said he did not act alone. We are witnessing the first ever coup in the history of the United States of America." Says graphic designed by Wallace there and tagged sources included Gateway Pundit, Oversight PR, and Mario something or other. So it's an extremely important story, and they are doing everything that they can to stifle it. Yeah, very suspicious shit is what it is, dude. Very weird stuff for sure. And yeah, there's all the stuff they're talking about right there with all the different things and locations and stuff like that. And the thing is, too, like, for those who don't know, I guess there was a guy who was recently on, when the cops were up there on that rooftop or whatever. There was a random dude in a suit that nobody knows about that showed up there and asked for like pictures that cops were taking there is what it is. Nobody got his name, nobody got what he was affiliated with or anything like that. And yeah, they just gave pictures of like some random guy in a suit is what it was, dude. So it's just wild shit, man, is what it is. So who's to say if that guy was a Fed or it was just some random dude for that matter? Like, we don't know at this point, honestly. Hell, it could have been Crook's handler for all the fuck we know is what it is, dude. So yeah, very, very suspicious shit, honestly, dude. Yeah, if you want to point out here, it was a picture of Bush 1, Bush 2, Obama, Clinton, and Jimmy Carter. And between those 5 guys, there was 15 wars, 0 assassination attempts. With Trump, there was 0 wars and 1 assassination attempt. So, yeah, just fucking crazy, crazy stuff, man, for sure. Oh, we got this 30-second clip of Jim Jordan goes off on Secret Service Director Kimberly Chattel. We're going to go ahead and watch that one before we get everything else done, real quick. So, go ahead and turn this up just a little bit here.
You know what it looks like, Director? It looks like you won't answer some pretty basic questions. It looks like you got a 9% raise in cut corners when it came to protecting one of the most important individuals, most well-known individuals on the planet. A former president, likely the guy's going to be the next president. Looks like you guys were cutting corners. That's what it looks like. Is that true?
I am here today because I want to answer questions.
No, you're not, you lying cunt.
You might want to, but you haven't answered. I don't think you've answered one question from the chairman, the ranking member, or me. We got a lot of other people asking. We'll see if your record improves, but right now you haven't answered, I don't think, any questions.
No, she was dodging everything at that point, dude. I don't understand how that fucking cunt Kimberly Chattel is even still in office at this point, dude, as the head of the Secret Service, when her ass should be in a pair of fucking handcuffs, slowly dragged off to the nearest federal prison at this point in history. Anyway. And then we got, this is about 3 minutes here, give or take, for this next one, which is that stupid fucking cunt Ariana Pressley going on a whole DEI bunch of BS is what it is now. That's this full video. Ariana Pressley used the Secret Service hearing as a soapbox in defense of DEI and accused her Republican colleagues of racism and sexism for pointing out the obvious. She claims common sense, widespread call for personal bodyguards to be able to physically cover Trump is, quote, a sexist trope. She describes DEI as necessary and says criticism of it is shameful and dangerous divisiveness. She goes on to rail against white males, whom she calls are the most dangerous people in society. Says then Presley's black supremacist ass then says that Channel's inability to provide answers is providing oxygen to conservatives. How the fuck is this fucking cunt still in office, dude, after this shit? Like, seriously. And by this fucking cunt, what I'm talking about is this fucking stupid bald-headed cunt right here, fucking brainiac herself.
Rally, in a classroom, in a faith house, or in their home. We must do something.
Oh, I want to point something out, too, before we get more into this, though. Ariana Presley's the same piece of shit that wanted to sit there back in 2020 and bitch and moan about, like, oh, this is why we need rent caps. This is why we need people to have their rent covered and stuff during the shamdemic. Oh, by the way, meanwhile, at the same time, her fucking ass is collecting rent checks from everybody she had as tenants in various properties she owned, which included like a bunch of apartment buildings and stuff like that there in Maryland.
About political violence in all its forms and gun violence in all of its forms.
Shut the fuck up, cunt.
Now, Director Cheadle, you have noted that numerous investigations are ongoing related to the Secret Service response and that we can expect a report in the next 60 days. With the election nearly 100 days away, that is an unacceptable timeline, and it makes people less safe. It also allows my colleagues across the aisle, Republicans, additional time to spread dangerous misinformation, which also puts people at risk.
Oh, dangerous misinformation. Oh, are you talking about how you fucking Democrats literally tried to assassinate Trump, you fucking cunt? That's not dangerous misinformation. It's the goddamn truth, you fucking dumb cunt. You want to talk about dangerous misinformation, Presley? Let's talk about fucking piece of shit Joy Reid, fucking MSNBC correspondent there, and DEI hire herself there as well, literally pushing false conspiracy bullshit now that Trump faked his own assassination. It's fucking ridiculous, dude, is what it is. I swear to God, dude, this is what I've said so many fucking times right now. We must, by the end of this fucking year, have automatic disqualification to ever see the power in this country, dude. Every single elected official in this nation should be allowed to be removed from office on the fucking spot for the kind of bullshit that Presley's pushing right now, dude. And it should be, and not only that, it should be a back burn at that point, if you will. Or really, it's like, essentially, like whenever it goes into effect legitimately, it can go back a couple years then for sure.
Harm's way. Some Republicans have exploited this moment to continue to attack progress towards racial justice and gender equity in America. Disappointing, but not surprising. I hesitate to repeat their racist and sexist.
By the way, Ariana Presley is a great example of why we should be able to fight politicians in this country, dude. 5 times in our life.
Tropes. But in summary, Republicans have wrongfully and shamefully stated that hiring women and people of color hindered the response to the shooting.
Because you literally have a fucking 5'0" female trying to cover a dude who's like 6'5", you dumb cunt. And yes, when you can't even protect the president by putting your body in front of his to where you would be taking the headshot, not him, yeah, you don't need to be in the fucking position, you stupid bitch. God damn.
Now, this is part and parcel of Republican strategy to constantly attack necessary diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, to undermine the contributions that women, people of color, the disability community, and others make to this country each and every day. And it is disgraceful.
No, what's disgraceful is that you're even still a fucking sitting Congresswoman, Ariana Presley. That's what's fucking disgraceful. The fact that there is not a fucking sergeant at arms right now during this hearing yesterday ripping you out of that fucking seat and slapping cuffs on your dumb ass and yanking the fuck out of the congressional halls and taking you off to the nearest fucking prison cell. That's what the fucking problem is right now, bitch.
Violent and tragic loss of life. Republicans are ignoring solutions like gun safety reform and instead...
Oh, you mean the gun control that your fucking Hitlerian wannabe ass wants to put in place, bitch, to make Hitlerian gun rosters so you can go confiscate everybody's shit having your same jackbooted fucking thugs go out there and fucking kick people's doors in? Like, I don't know, Sean Grayson, the guy who recently killed fucking Sonia Massey. You mean like those fucking pieces of shit? I could go on a whole thing right now, but it'd probably give me another fucking swatting at some point. I'm not going to say it, but I think you guys know what I'm thinking. Like, the wrong person, you know, I'll leave it at that.
Trotting out sexist tropes. Can't say I'm surprised.
Christ.
I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record reporting from CNN titled Right-Wing
Reporting from the
Media
biggest fake
Figures
news ever.
Blame Women in Secret Service and DEI for security failure in Trump shooting.
Without objection to order.
This article quotes members of Congress and others that plainly accuse DEI and the hiring of women as a liability.
Because DEI is a bunch of fucking bullshit, dude. It's anti-white racism just like CRT is.
1971, and are held to the same standards as their male counterparts. To use them as a scapegoat during a time of crisis is shameful and it is dangerously divisive.
Wait. Use them as a scapegoat when the one bitch was literally hiding behind Trump and the rest of the fucking Secret Service guys. Are you fucking kidding me, dumb bitch? Seriously, who the fuck is voting for people like Pressley, dude? Oh yeah, that's right. It's the same fucking retards like out there. They keep this fucking idiot having a fucking law license in this country.
In fact, based on recent publicly available demographic data of the agency, the largest demographic groups among special agents are white and male.
Oh, you mean because they're actually qualified for doing a fucking job, you dumb racist bitch?
But to right-wing extremists, the truth doesn't matter. The lies they tell against their anti-diversity agenda, which is a key theme throughout Project 2025, will only make the American public less safe and more divided. And every day...
No, what'll make us less safe and more divided is pieces of shit like you remaining in power, bitch.
They are given more oxygen to make their baseless claims that women and people of color are responsible for tragic events. And that...
because you obviously are, you stupid bitch. This bitch right here is a fucking prime example of that. Kimberly Chattel, who literally, along with that fucker Mayorkas, sent a bunch of people who weren't even Secret Service to protect Trump at that fucking rally, dude. That's who all those people were, by the way, those so-called diversity hires, dude. It was a bunch of people from some fucking investigations unit in the Department of Homeland Security that were literally a bunch of desk jockeys up until that fucking day. Like, people were literally sitting at the desk doing fucking investigations work there is what it is. They were never field agents. They didn't have the first fucking qualification to even be out on that fucking field that day protecting Trump. And I'm not talking about just the women either. I'm talking about the guys too, for that matter, for the most part. Because this was a fucking coup to kill President Trump, you dumb cunt. But you're going to fucking kill you. Lie your ass off, Pressley, and falsely claim it wasn't. Fucking so sick and tired of this bitch, dude. Anyway. Let's see what some of the comment section is saying on this one. Which obviously I just wrote, Pressley is one of the greatest examples currently of volume of Obama's qualifications ever seen power in America. She should also be in prison for multiple insider trading felonies. This guy calls up, we call her Patriot here, says, who cares if she is a woman? She failed to do her job. That's it, period. Joey Gus, and my reaction is this version. This is a version that won't get me a Secret Service visit. And it was deleted apparently later on. Let's see what it actually says. Maybe see what it say it later. Oh yeah, he deleted it then apparently. See, Barbara Woman said, probably not the best time and place to type DEI when there is a perfect example of its failure right in front of everyone. And somebody said Lex Luthor says what? I prefer Brainiac, because she definitely is like a fucking wannabe Brainiac, dude, even though she's a fucking moron entirely. I know her bald head is from alopecia or something is what it is there, dude, which is obviously terrible, but at the same time, like, it's fucking God's karma at that point, dude, because it's God literally being like, no, fuck this stupid cunt. Like, she's gonna have this fucking disease thing is what it is, dude, because she is a piece of shit is what it is there. So, anyway. This Brian guy said, the actual word bodyguard means guard a body. If I'm half the size of the body I'm guarding, that means half of the body is still exposed to being harmed. This DEI social experiment is so over. Can't imagine something you want and make it true. So my brother-in-law is a body double for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Weirdly, he is remarkably similar in very specific details to The Rock in height, skin color, weight, build, and everything else. And there's a picture of the two of them. Yeah, I can see that guy being a Rock stand-in, dude. He looks very similar to The Rock, actually. Yeah. It's kind of creepy, actually. I could see that, too, if somebody's like, oh, hey, there's The Rock. And it's like, literally like this dude walking down the street. You can't see his face and shit, but you can see like the back of his head. Like, I'd buy it, honestly. He looks very similar. So, anyway. Then we got John Q. Public saying, how is she always able to say the most racist things without any pushback? And Pressley said, can't they conjure her or something? And this person said, does Pressley really not see that her comment about white men is exactly what she is accusing me right of? DEI is divisive and debilitating. People should be included based on merit and merit alone. Didn't we learn that back in the 70s when Dems first tried this? Exactly. And we got this chick saying, Ariana Pressley proves why DEI needs to go. Her diatribe had nothing to do with Trump's assassination attempt. And then we got Adriana Curry saying, time to oust these commies and send them packing to a remote commune in Utah. They can have their race, gender utopia there. So, as Mike Guy said, it's a mistake to think for 1 second a liberal has a point ever. Exactly. And this dude here said, don't know about everyone else, but I never criticize women being in the Secret Service. I criticize unqualified, untrained, unprepared, fumbling women that were on display that day being in the Secret Service. Same applies to the men. Show me a qualified woman in the Secret Service, I'll give her a job. Same for men. Exactly. This person here said, these hearings are nothing more than political theater. They know they are being streamed across social media. Will anyone be held accountable? Of course they won't, dude. And that's the entire point. Like, this shit right here, like, this guy is correct. It's political theater, dude. What it is showing us is it is showing us that fucking Democrats is giving them a chance at this point before the November elections, by the way, which, by the way, there's still a bunch of primaries that haven't even been done yet in this country that aren't going to happen for next, like, month or so is what it is there, dude. So it's giving these fucking idiots in the states that haven't primaries yet the chance to be like, oh, let me make a name for myself and let me get a second term or a third term or a fourth term or a fifth term, whatever it's going to be at that point. Whether that be Pressley, whether it be anybody else in the situation there, Crockett, etc. So, anyway. And yeah, they all need to be kicked the fuck out of power at this point entirely, dude. Right across the board is what it is, dude. This guy said it correct. He said, why hasn't Rep. Pressley been deported yet? Does this country deport communists anymore? We used to kill them, actually, dude, legitimately. You would, like, back in the day with, like, Russian spies and other spies and stuff like that, dude, and then, like, commies and stuff like that, we would just string their asses up back in those days. Just saying. I'm not, by the way, just to be clear on that, I'm not wishing harm on Ariana Pressley. I'm not. I'm just saying this is what we used to do back in history, is what it was back in the day, man. Yeah, this Brandon guy apparently doesn't realize she has alopecia. Said, who told Pressley his shaved head is sexy? So, Yeah. And this Chris guy was talking about, Pressley said she needs to go. She is another mouthpiece for their game. Even AOC kept it on the issue. And then somebody said, did Pressley lie? She said Republicans have said hiring women and people of color hindered response to the shooting. There's been plenty of criticism of the hiring of demonstratively unqualified women, but I haven't seen any criticism of qualified black male agents. Yeah, exactly. This one said Chattel was definitely relieved when that happened. Of course she was, dude, because it gave her a chance to fucking, like, just sit down and shut up, basically. So, yeah, it's fucking pathetic is what it is, dude. I think we're going to leave off with this one here. It said, haven't seen anyone saying people of color shouldn't be hired. I've seen people saying a woman or man that is 5 feet tall should not be guarding a person who is 6'5". They literally can't shield the person properly. No, they can't, dude. You'd have to yank the motherfucker down on the ground and then like lay on top of them with like most of your body being on top of their body and like the bottom of their legs still being fucking targets at that point then. So let's see here. The last post I saw from Laura Loomer would have been the one about Sheila Jackson Lee the other day. So let me go check and see if she said anything about Biden and company real quick now. So, let's see here. Let's go to Laura Loomer's Twitter feed real quick here. See, 5 minutes ago, she said, beware voters in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's 8th district. Ross Roth is a mega fraud. President Trump called him to drop out of the race and endorsed his opponent, Tony Weird, instead. Let's see. So this is the guy she's claiming he's a fraud right here is what it is. This guy reminds me of Frank LaRose, dude. Actually, he kind of looks like Bernie Marino, actually, on that one, dude. Like, he's got the military vet thing of Frank LaRose, but he kind of looks like fucking Bernie Marino's ass, honestly. He's another fucking mega fraud, by the way. And Trump should never back his ass, what it is there. So Laura Loomer said 5 minutes ago, she said President Trump called him that Roth guy to drop out of the race. Roger Roth. Endorsed his opponent, Tony Weird. Said Roth hired the political consultants who work for Never Trumpers, Liz Cheney, etc. So, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. We're saying Trump would be the 48th president. Got good old Alex Soros, George Soros, Nazi-ass George Soros' little Nazi boy son there. And then piece of shit Kamala Harris there. Well, no, again, like Trump would not be 48th president, he'd still be 45th president because we never had a 46th or 47th president, we never fucking will. Because these assholes are both cheaters, dude, whether it be Kamala or Biden. Let's be asterisks and name people for real. So, okay, this is 11 hours ago here. She said Biden is dying and final preparations are being made for him. Supposed to leave Delaware today, but his health has deteriorated due to accelerated decline. Biden has canceled 9 trips that were scheduled for the next 2 weeks. Biden is expected to leave his beach home in Rehoboth, Delaware on Tuesday afternoon and arrive back at White House 2:38 p.m. today. So that'd be about 5 hours from now, less than 5 hours from now right now, about 4.5 hours, give or take. So although he could be changed to Wednesday the 24th, it all depends on how much he continues to decline. So Biden has been dying and is dying rather quickly. This is why Kamala flew to Delaware today and why Biden's White House Chief of Staff, Jeff Zoltz, called for an emergency meeting and called with all the White House staff today. It's a medical emergency Biden had on July 5th on Air Force One that Loomer exclusively reported on almost killed him. His time left is limited. Biden staffers and his family are holding on for dear life right now. Kamala will be next so-called president very soon, is what she said. So, yeah. Allegedly, all this stuff's happening. Just to be clear on that one, YouTube, that's Laura Loomer saying that. That's not me saying that. It's me directly quoting what she was saying there. So, anyway. Then we got this one 47 minutes ago. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly's daughter exposed for possession of ecstasy amid talks of Kelly being picked as Kamala's VP. By the way, Mark Kelly's piece of shit ass, dude. Shouldn't even be in office right now because the guy should have been disqualified for being a prohibited person for trying to commit a straw purchase after his wife, Gabby Giffords, had her fucking shooting happen there in that supermarket parking lot years ago. So, anyway. And we got 50 minutes ago. Watch all Biden administration needs to be investigated for the cover-up of criminal decline. They've been hiding for 4 years. Yeah, by the way, Antony Blinken, this fucking guy right here, has been Biden's handler for like, I don't know, 15 years or something right now is what it is. This dude, that, by the way, for those who don't know, dude, Antony Blinken is the guy who's really pulling the puppet strings in this fucking fake-ass Biden presidency is what it is, dude. So really it's fake President Blinken who's the one doing the fucking, all the shit is what it is there, dude. For the last three some odd years, and having Biden basically put his hand to a fucking pen and sign a bunch of shit is what it is there, dude. So... let's see, an hour ago. Okay, that was our statement 11 hours ago. And we got 12 hours ago. Saying Mark Kelly's on fit for office. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, possible VP pick for Harris. His daughter, who has openly been featured on the campaign trail while posting possession of dangerous heavy drugs in violation of Arizona law on her Instagram. Says Democrat Arizona State Senator Mark Kelly, the husband of former Democrat Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, is being floated as possible VP pick for Harris, the Democrat ticket for 2024 presidential election. However, his daughter Claire Kelly could be Hunter Biden 2.0, and the senator is well aware of it. Senator Kelly doesn't want you to know that his daughter Claire Kelly is openly posting drugs on her social media, and her father is aware of it, according to text messages she posted on her Instagram story. In the video below, Claire posted a video of herself holding a bag of Molly, MDMA, otherwise known as ecstasy, and a bag of weed. In Instagram photo, she captioned it, quote, "Pussy, Molly, and weed." In a second Instagram post of Claire's, Laura Loomer obtained there, said she posted text between herself and her father in which she says, "Been busy today, got one call and 2 emails about your Instagram account. I'm not interested in looking, but I suspect what you posted would not be in anyone's best interest, at least not yours or mine." So I'm guessing that would be from her father's what it is there. So to which his daughter Claire replied, "No, my Instagram is fine, check it for yourself." Mark Kelly replied by saying, "I'll pass." Let's see. So according to her social media, Claire is often on the campaign trail with her father, who represents the state of Arizona, which is currently experiencing a drug crisis due to Democrats' open border, pro-Biden migration, crime policies, which Senator Kelly supports. So about 8 in 10 voters in 7 swing states say fentanyl misuse is a very important or somewhat important issue when deciding who they vote for this November. Since clearly Mark Kelly has no regard for his own daughter's recreational drug use, so why would he care about the drugs ripping communities apart in America? So how can Mark Kelly be considered a top VP pick for anybody at the point, the Democrat ticket, and how can he continue to be a senator for Arizona when he has zero regard for how his daughter's promotion of recreational drug use impacts Arizona itself? So in Arizona, ecstasy is considered a dangerous drug. The penalties for dangerous drugs, any amount, including ecstasy, are covered under the municipal codes there, which are follows: possession of use of is a class 4 felony. Possession for sale is a class 2 felony. Says Arizona state law divides illegal drugs referred to as controlled dangerous substances in 6 categories: marijuana, peyote, prescription drugs, dangerous drugs, narcotic drugs, and substances that emit toxic vapors. It's like Mark Kelly and his daughter Claire need to be investigated. Laura Loomer said, "I will happily turn over the video evidence to the proper authorities in Arizona." Claire Kelly is the head of Rhineshine Social, which is a social media company. And as you can see below, her X handle matches her Instagram handle, Claire Kelly 100, which Mark Kelly has shared numerous times. So we cannot have a VP candidate who allows his child to live by one set of rules, while Arizona voters and Americans in general live by another set of rules. And then, yeah, there's a video of her with the fucking weed and other drugs. There's what it is. What a piece of fucking garbage, dude. This is apparently his daughter right here is what it is. Back 5 years ago. Born in 1997, so she would be like 27 now, give or take. Yeah, fucked up stuff, man, for real. So, anyway. We got this one right here, which is Dem rep who tried to pull Trump Secret Service protection quizzes Secret Service director about bias training, meaning crackhead Jasmine Crockett. Seriously, why is this fucking ghetto cunt still in office, dude? I mean that shit seriously. Like, why are we allowing crack whores like Jasmine Crockett to hold elected office in this country ever? Period. In the fucking story. Mind you, Crockett, along with Joyce Beatty and 6 other black Democrats, and 1 white Democrat, were the ones trying to pull Trump's Secret Service under H.R. 8081 less than a month ago. Oh shit, Eric Clapton died at 81. Damn, man. I swear to God, bro, like I need to do like a fucking one of those like celebrity death pool things to figure out exactly who like died in the last like 12 people or something like that, dude. Because there's a bunch of like trios anymore, it seems like, in the last few weeks now or so. Like, you got Shannon Doherty in one of them, you got Richard Simmons in one of them, etc. there. So, anyway. As a Democrat representative who co-sponsored legislation to strip President Trump of Secret Service protection, questioned the director of Secret Service about, quote, bias training during a Monday hearing probing the July 14th assassination attempt GOP candidate. Said Trump was slightly wounded by the gunman fired at him. Slightly wounded my ass, dude. It's because he moved his fucking head and wasn't killed, dude. It's that simple, really. And yeah, here's crackhead Crockett bitching and moaning about stuff.
But, you know, I want to stick here for just a second, because earlier you had a conversation in which there was a discussion about training. And I want to talk about training, and I want to talk about the fact that there's been a little bit of dancing around as it relates to this being a suspicious person and this being a situation that was perceived to be a threat. And it seems as if there's a different analysis that takes place. One of my questions has to do with if you have any bias training that your officers undergo. And the reason that I ask that, because as a civil rights lawyer, I have learned so many
times. How the fuck is she any kind of lawyer, dude?
That there usually is not a perception of a threat when it is a young, white male, even if they are carrying
fuck you, you racist bitch.
Yet a lot of times, at least in this country, when it comes to law enforcement, there is a perceived threat just by somebody having a little bit more melanin in their skin. So I'm curious to know, because a lot of times, one of the things that we have consistently pushed for on my side of things, and when I say my side, is once we are looking at a tragedy in which law enforcement made an error, is the bias training and whether or not our officers are getting it. So I'm curious to know, in some of the training you talk about that's part of your budget, has bias training been part of that?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God, I really wish I could drop M-bombs right now, dude, because I would so go off on this bitch right now on that whole thing, dude. I'm gonna call her out next for that one though, dude, for real. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. In fact, I'm gonna use that as a post at this point. Let me look up. Okay, so Jasmine for U.S. Okay, great. Another one? Original one? This was 3 hours ago. She was posting on that one. But you also have another one. Yeah, okay. So that would be her basis account, man. And then you would have the other one that would be her official Congresswoman account that doesn't have the check mark on it. So let's see that. Rip. Crockett. Rep Jasmine. Resign from office in disgrace. Immediately, you anti-white, racist, black supremacist cunt. Anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the day, though. But yeah, for those interested there, let's see where was that now. Let's see here. Yeah, she went off on a whole thing there. Said Crockett, who was one of 9 Democrats who backed H.R. 8081, which stripped President Trump's Secret Service protection due to May 30th conviction and 34 counts of falsification of business records. Said shooter had been seen, or was seen, by attendees at the rally who pointed him out literally like 30 minutes before the fucking shit happens. What it is there, dude? Yeah, no. Like, Crockett needs to fucking go, dude, for real. Like, her pushing race-based shit and, like, obviously pushing, like, anti-white racist attacks like this, dude, that's clearly fucking racism. Like, nah, this bitch needs to be fucking... She needs to literally be ripped out of fucking office and thrown out the goddamn door down a fucking flight of stairs in Congress Hall, dude, is what it is there. Like, it needs to be her fucking going tumbling down the fucking staircase like that, dude, when she gets fucking thrown out of the chambers, what it is there. Along with the rest of these fucking jackasses. It's like the old, when they used to talk about the whole, like, bill becomes a law thing there in the history and stuff. It needs to be shit like that, honestly. Where you have, like, it's the, what do you call it? Like, the after-school special things, what it is there. Where you have the, like, bill going tumbling down the staircase because it's being, like, tossed out or whatever then. It needs to be the same kind of shit like that with that piece of shit Jasmine Crockett, dude. Or dumbass going tumbling like that. For being just a complete fucking racist piece of shit is what it is, dude. Like, seriously. And by the way, for those interested in where she represents there in Texas, dude, it's Houston, Texas area. One of the biggest ghetto shitholes in this entire fucking country right now, dude. That's the fucking problem right now, people. It's fucking clown-ass bitches like this representing any state in this fucking country at a federal level when they are the worst fucking choice ever for any kind of seat of power in this nation. And the fact that she claims to be a civil rights lawyer, holy shit, man. Like, how the fuck did she ever get in that position of power, dude? Ever. Like, seriously. Like, how in the fuck did she ever pass any kind of bar exam in this country? With her ghetto crackhead ass, dude. Like, my fucking god, bro. Like, no wonder our fucking nation is such a shithole at this point, dude. When you got fucking clown asses like that being given fucking... I guarantee, man. I guarantee you that it was some affirmative action bullshit that got her into fucking colleges in this country, dude. Or it was one of these fucking... I don't even know what her fucking actual background is for college education. It could have been one of those fucking historic black colleges or whatever the case be. It's all racist as hell anyway. That literally qualifies people only based on their fucking race and skin color is what it is, dude. Our country is so fucked right now, dude. And it's all because of clown asses like Jasmine Crockett, honestly, dude. Like, seriously. Your whole fucking tirade there is about bias training. Meanwhile, you literally had the audacity, like, a month or so ago, to try to help assassinate President Trump, bitch. Are you fucking kidding me, ho? Like, why the fuck are you still in office, Crockett? That's why I literally directed my response to her. I'm like, yeah, resign in office in disgrace, you fucking cunt. Because she needs to, man. Or fucking black supremacist ass needs to be gone at this point. She never will, but that's the problem, dude. Like, I guarantee you, though, if this was a fucking Republican saying that shit about some fucking black person, dude, oh my god, bro. They would be fucking railroaded out of Congress / Senate immediately is what it is. But God forbid it's some fucking black, anti-white, racist Democrat saying the exact same shit about white men. No, it's fucking fine, everybody. No, it's fucking not. Racism is fucking racism no matter how you look at it. It doesn't matter fucking skin color at that point. It's fucking ridiculous is what it is, dude. And this needs to be Jasmine Crockett's final fucking days in office right now, dude. With her being tossed out on her fucking ass at that point. And told to kick rocks back to the whorehouse where she came from is what it is. Seriously. Enough is a fucking enough of this shit, dude. I have seriously had it with these fucking Democrats in my country at this point, dude. Like, it really is time for them to just be fucking, like, exiled from this nation entirely. Take their asses, put them on a fucking plane, toss them onto some fucking island, and survive on the fucking island for a couple of years of their life, whatever how long they live there, so it is then. Because we don't think they survive more than a couple of years at that point, if even that long. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't survive 6 or 7 days on the fucking island. On some desert islands, what it is there, man. Because they would have no fucking clue how to do anything at that point for themselves. They couldn't get fresh water. They couldn't get food. They couldn't get anything at that point, bro. There's also a lot of their fucking voter base that couldn't do that either, for that matter. So, like, they would have no idea about things. They would have no idea about where a fuck. They would have no idea how to get a coconut out of a fucking tree, for that matter, or a bunch of bananas off a fucking a bush / tree out there that fucking grow on is what it is, or any kind of thing on a desert island that would be fresh fruit and stuff like that. Or if they didn't find some of that, it'd be by chance, honestly. Or it'd be like, oh, that's what that is. And it would be like some other animal that's eating the fucking fruit, probably, is my guess, that would, you know, for them to realize it's edible for humans too, for that matter. Now, granted, that being said, just because some, you know, random animal can eat fucking fruit or something like that, dude, or some kind of other food for that matter, a bird or something like that eats the shit, doesn't mean you can, as a human being, by the way. There's actually, outside of my house right now, there's a couple of berry bushes out there. There's one of them that I can tell you right now is actually blackberries, because I ate some of them the other day, and I'm fine from that. I know exactly what they look like. I know exactly what they do. And they are edible to humans. And there's a bush right next to it that's like I think it's pokeberries is what it is, which are like these crazy little like green and red berries that are totally poisonous to humans, but birds can eat them fine, dude. In fact, they love them, actually. But it's some like naturally invasive weeds, what it is. So, yeah, it's pretty wild stuff, man. But anyway, yeah, I don't understand how I'm still in power at this point, dude. It makes zero sense at all. And again, this kind of goes back to the state of Texas at that point, dude, because it needs to be people in the state of Texas legitimately. I don't know if Texas actually has recall voting or not, but if they do, like, recall this fucking cunt, dude, seriously. Like, force her fucking ass out of office through a recall is what it is, dude. Be like, you're unqualified for office, you're unfit for office, get the fuck out of here, you dumb cunt. End of story. And it's that fucking simple, people. It would literally be that easy right now to just toss her on her fucking ass, dude. So, anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this shit, dude. I'm fucking completely over pieces of shit like Jasmine Crockett being in a position of power in this country ever again. Because they're completely unqualified for that position of power at all is what it is. And it needs to be us stepping up and saying, no, enough is fucking enough at this point. Be like, get the hell out of here, you ghetto piece of shit. You're done. End of fucking story. And we would be so much better off as a nation right now, people. Unfortunately, we're not doing that kind of stuff. We need to be, is what it is. We need to be doing that real quick, is what it is, dude, for real. So, anyway. Sorry, I'm trying to go through something in my head right now. I'm half paying attention to what I'm doing here on the stream, and then I'm also right now doing stuff in game. Because what it is, we've got about 50 more attacks I need to get on this thing right now, and unfortunately, I am not able to do any more than I've already done. So hopefully everybody else can get those in then. But yeah, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over here and try to do this. Let's see if I can get anything good out of these scarecrow attack things. Yeah, right now that was total waste. Yeah, I got a pull out of it. It's not too bad. And I actually got enough to get some stuff for the vehicles, so that's good. So I'll check on that real quick, see what my count is on that currently. Oh, nice. I may have enough to finally do another vehicle up. That's cool. Sweet, I do, actually. Huh. Well, if that be the case, should I unlock that or something else then? Yeah, I'll figure that out later. So I'll do all attack on that, or I could do a health increase there. Or it would be defense increase. I think probably another attack increase would be the better thing to go for, honestly, at this point. So, Crimson Wedding. Nice. So, anyway. But yeah, so that being said, though, it's a bunch of shit to have pieces of shit like Jasmine Crockett in a position of power in this country over again, dude. When they are literally pushing all kinds of race-based politics, when they are pushing all kinds of divisionist bullshit. They don't give a crap about our country. They don't give a shit about our fucking society. All they give a crap about is making a name for themselves, and their DEI horseshit is what it is. And just want to destroy our country from the side is what it is, bro. Like, for real. They literally just want to kill our country is what it is, dude. And they have for some time now. It's why they keep pushing the divisionist shit. It's why they keep pushing the race-based politics. It's why they keep pushing the fucking, attack on. Well, first of all, if you notice Jasmine's whole rant there and whole tirade there is what it is, dude. She was pushing not only race-based politics, but she was also pushing racial divisionness, and on top of everything else, was also pushing for attacks on gun rights in this country. So, let's see what we got here now. Let's see. Okay, so we're talking about Laura Limmer's push from yesterday. Let's see. Okay, Black Service Congressional went off on. I'm guessing that would be Crockett you're talking about there. Maybe not, honestly. I'm debating right now if I want to or not. I'm probably going to be sleeping most of the rest of the day, honestly. That's the problem. That's the only reason I'm working right now is because I've gotten really weird sleep in the last few days, what it is. Where it's been, certain things here and there have happened, and then it's just everything else going on. It's just body's been given out of me pretty much is what it is all week, and I definitely do got a chiropractor again. Hope I should do a fucking job this time around now. But yeah, I need to work on that shit. Need to get that done, everything else like that. And been trying to figure out a few things honestly right now of how I want to do certain things right now is what it is. So I don't know what's going to happen here in the next couple of days, but like I said, I may go live later. It depends. I know for a fact I'll be on Honda's chat tonight as long as he does one. So it might just be something like that, honestly, where we just wait and go live on his chat or whatever then. As part of the panel then is what it'll be. Which I assume we'll talk more about Sonia's death there is what it is, and discuss a little more about the rest of the stuff I've been talking about this morning what it is here. So, but yeah, Crockett is definitely her and Pressley are two two of the greatest examples of exactly what happens when you allow black supremacists into positions of power in this country, dude. And it's ironic that you go back, 30-something years when Biden was talking about N-word big shots on the Senate floor. That's exactly what Crockett and Pressley are right now, dude. Like, it's kind of funny that Biden was talking about something like decades ago, but it's actually true today with these idiot females. What it is, bro. So, yeah. But yeah, it's like pure diversity hired dipshits is what it is, dude. And it's pretty disgusting, honestly, when you look at it from that perspective of stuff, dude, because it's these moronic females that have no business being in any position of power in this country, is what it is. It's people who have completely fucked our nation for decades now. Don't give two shits about America. Only care about their own racial BS is what it is. And then again, want to sit there and push crap. And then meanwhile, don't even admit that they're the ones behind a lot of this horse shit. Where they're trying to get Trump killed, dude. Like, my God, bro. Like, and I talked about, I think it was, last week when after Trump's attempted assassination happened, is what it is there. And I mentioned then about how, are they going to push stuff like is Lucy Macbeth going to push that bullshit like the Go Safe Act and stuff like that now with Trump's, attempt on his life is what it is there. And you bet your ass if he had actually been killed that day, they fucking would have wanted to put it through, dude, is what it is. But because he survived, they're just like kind of, middling around at this point and been like, oh, no, not time to do that right now because it would basically prove their bias against guns in this country is what it is because their tyrant asses want that shit. So, yeah, it's really fucking disgusting, dude. It's disgraceful is what it is. It's absolutely sickening that you have pieces of shit like Crockett and Pressley in power right now, or AOC, or these fucking moron, commie-ass Democrats is what it is, dude. Because they really are. They're little, like, communist Marxists is what it is, dude, for real. Like, they are the worst of society right now is what it is. Have zero fucking qualifications to be in the position of power they're in right now. But yet we continue to let them fucking hold power in this country for who knows what fucking reason, honestly. I have no fucking clue why the hell we're allowing them to hold power in this country ever again right now, dude. We shouldn't be. Ever. And the fact that we are just proves again, like, how fucked we are as a country right now, dude. So, yeah. It makes you want to pull your hair out, honestly, sometimes, dude, because it's just like, it's so fucking infuriating to see these fucking clown asses go off on these whole tangents and tirades just because they want to get reelected into office. And it's all, and like that one guy said, he said it perfectly. It's political theater. It's all a bunch of shit, dude. These hearings do nothing to actually help the American people. And they do everything really to show several things. They show how much fucking idiocy we have in our congressional seats of power right now is what it is in this country. Number one. And number two, it shows exactly why I'm not disqualified never seen power in this country currently, dude, is what it is. Where if we actually had auto DQs on power currently, you would have most of these idiots be fucking thrown out years ago is what it is, dude. They would be chucked out of office on their fucking worthless asses at that point. And we would not have to deal with this stupid bullshit anymore is what it is, dude. Because they would be gone long ago is what it is there. So, anyway. But yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm at for the day right now. I may go check out Black Conservative Perspective's video about Crockett / Pressley, whoever it was that he was talking about. I'm guessing it was Crockett. But yeah, I'll go check that out here in a little while and see if I do see that and go and I might do another stream later if that be the case based on that. And if that be the case, then and figuring out like different things to talk about right now. I'm currently in a position right now, though, in this game where I'm trying to maintain top 50 right now is what it is, because I'm in, I wasn't 50th and I got to 49th this morning, but now I'm out of energy entirely there is what it is. And yeah, we got like less than a day and a half left in the season right now, and I got enough stuff for, I want to say it would be like 800 more, 850, something like that, in commendation that I can get for that account then. To maintain that ranking essentially, and hopefully nobody else has a bunch they're going to jack up at the last second. Here's what it is, and then fuck me out of like top 50th entirely. I would be so pissed if I became 51st then after all this fucking work I put in right now, dude. Especially if you're thinking I missed out. I think it was 2 different ones across the thing. Then there would be another 220 that I should have on that. So anyway, But yeah, my plan right now is basically we're going to do, I think, with one more thing tomorrow in the last 12 hours or so in the season. So hopefully get some good stuff off of that. And then meanwhile, I'll also be able to get a bunch more throughout the rest of the day whenever my stamina replaces itself then. So yeah, that'll pretty much be my plan right now. I would try to do like the next level up on the thing to get like 5K is what it is. But the problem with that is I would be spending so much time trying to do that. It would just be a waste of energy and stuff like that. So yeah, it wouldn't even be worth it to do that one at all. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So, yeah, Crockett is definitely a hate monger. Yeah, I'll debate about doing one of those one of these days. Here's what it is. Okay, let's go check that out right now. Then, if that be the case. I might just fair use to it if that be the case then. Oh, I need to shift accounts actually because I'm on my other one here. Oh, Timcast is doing a stream right now. It says Biden had a stroke. Rumor that he is dead or dying. Let's see here. Dead or dying. Kamala secures delegates to nominate. Yeah, that's not good, man. It's no good. By the way, what's really weird is if you watch, it seems to me like anymore with YouTube's algorithm stuff, if you watch like one or two videos on something, they'll just drop like 50 of them in your fucking feed thing is what it is then. Because I watched like, I think it was one or two the other day of something, and now it's like 20 of them on my fucking feed all the time. Now that's what it is, and I'm just like, get that out of here. I don't want to watch that shit, dude. So, yeah. I was trying to do research on something is what it was, and then, yeah, just fucking did a bunch of stupid shit there is what it is. Yeah, so we got day 2, Secret Service, FBI, Congressional Hearing on Trump, et cetera, et cetera. And we got all the breaking news. Kamala secures delegates for Democrat nomination. Kamala Harris gets major boost from Democrats in 2024 election. This is all local news affiliates that are saying this shit. Why does Kamala Harris have a big leg up when it comes to campaign donations? Because she literally had all the fucking money from the Act Blue and the DNC before this, you idiots. Maybe that's why. And if she had just dropped out too, like she fucking should have, like her dumbass wouldn't have nobody else have a damn dime at this point. So there is that. But anyway. Okay, that's just super creepy. I just saw a thing in one of the shorts here that somebody made it. He said using AI to make South Park characters realistic. Yeah, that's not disturbing as fuck. So. What was I looking up earlier? I can't remember now. Oh, yeah. That's right. I was looking up Black Conservative Perspectives stream. There's what it was going to be. So. Let me pull that up right now for a sec here. So I want to grab that South Park one so I can do stuff there. What it is. Grab this so I can watch it later as well. And let's see here. Jesus. Steve was waiting 3 hours to get a pizza at some place because apparently it was that good. I mean, I've had some good pizza, but am I going to wait 3 hours for a fucking pizza? Hell no. Fucking retarded? It's like, bro, if I'm hungry now, I'm not waiting fucking several hours for something. That's retarded. Like, you can still get good pizza elsewhere is what it is there. You don't have to pay. You don't have to wait fucking 3 hours to get a pie someplace, dude. So. Somebody did a comparison video a couple months ago here about Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol versus Mossberg 940 Pro Tactical. I don't know, man. I'd personally on that one really have that 940 is what it is, though. Because I know that thing is worth, I don't know exactly what the price of it is offhand. I know it's like way out of my price range right now, but I know it has, I think it's like, it's either 13 plus 1 or 14 plus 1. So, oh, Salty Crack put out a new one here. It says YouTube's biggest channel has alleged kitty diddler problem. Of course it does, because they're all a bunch of pedos, dude, and the fucking left there's what it is. So, yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers, dude. A lot of motherfuckers on this platform that are doing that kind of shit. But I personally called out myself, honestly, on that shit when I see it, dude. And you had a bunch of assholes that wanted to see something I'm clearly not, is what it is, a couple years back now. Just because I'm simply calling out a bunch of fucking child molesters in the teaching industry is what it is there. So, anyway. This person was trolling Trump supporter or Biden supporters at a Trump rally. That's funny. That's the thing, man. You gotta get those little joys in life. I feel like I need to do that one of these days, honestly, dude. Because that shit sounds really funny, honestly. Oh, the problem is they usually do all kinds of craziness, though, to try to attack you as what it is then. So, anyway, let's see where's that black. Conservative perspective. Okay, let's see. We got Stephen A. Smith declares Trump is scared of Kamala Harris after Trump exposes Democrat. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it, that crackhead Al Sharpton was part of that whole fucking thing, dude. So, I will say, dude, like, honestly, let's be honest with ourselves right now. This young guy right here needs to grow a badass beard like mine, bro. Like, this guy would look so good with a fucking beard right now, dude. And that's the problem with so many people right now is what it is, dude. Like, nobody really wants to grow beards anymore. It's like, no, we need a bunch of bearded men, dude. Bunch of good bearded men again. That's what Trump needs to do, honestly, bro. So, he needs to just grow a badass beard. Oh, here's a good one, 45 minutes ago. It begins. New York City thieves start raiding restaurants. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that one at all, man. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab that for later. Check it out in a little bit. Here's what it is. So, this happens when you bring the third world in the first world, people. You create third world problems then in the first world. So we got Tatum 12 hours ago. Black voters reject Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. There you go. Sort of perspective 17 hours ago. Ghetto Democrats cry racism over GOP destroying woke Secret Service chief during heated hearing. So, yeah. Like I said, I'll watch this guy later. I'm going to go ahead and watch that one too as well later as well. So, the Ghetto Democrats thing. But yeah, it's just complete garbage what it is. Interestingly enough, for some reason, YouTube, when you click on some of these things now, it literally keeps adding in a thing. This is attempted assassination of Ronald Reagan. And it says, March 30th, 1981, President of the United States Ronald Reagan was shot and wounded by John Hinckley Jr. in Washington, D.C. as he was returning to his limousine after a speaking engagement at the Washington Hilton. Which, by the way, for those who don't know, that event specifically is exactly why we have the gun control we have in place right now is what it is, and why the Brady campaign exists as a entity in this country is because James Brady, who was, I forget if he was chief of staff for Reagan or where he was at in that presidential cabinet thing that it is there, but he was walking with Reagan, and when Hinckley shot Reagan and wounded him, he shot multiple times, and at least one of those bullets happened to strike James Brady, and eventually, I believe it was either directly in the head or like the neck / skull area is what it is there. And it basically led to James Brady being in a comatose state for, I think it was like a year or two, and then he ended up being taken off life support, is what it was after the fact, from his family. And then it was sometime after that, then in the 83, 84, someplace like that before I was born, is when they created the Brady campaign for gun safety is what it was. And then eventually it was back in, I believe it was around 2015 or so, maybe a little bit before that, is when Michael Bloomberg actually bought out the Brady campaign, and now it's part of the Bloomberg every town, Mamas Demand Action, Students Demand Action, fucking anti-gunner agenda bullshit is what it is there. So, but yeah, I know G-Webs has more knowledge than I do on that whole thing. I'm just, going through my memories of conversations I've had with him in the past, like 3, 4, 5 years ago as it was there. And things he has told me at that point then in history of that kind of stuff. But I know he's done, and I think he has a book on his website, if I'm not mistaken, that covers a lot of that stuff, where it's like the history of gun control or something like that there. So yeah, if y'all really want something good, man, real, like, I know he and I have had our, kind of fallout because of the whole Guns Barbecue thing a couple years ago, but yeah, like, I still will support the man, honestly. Because if it wasn't for gun websites, we wouldn't be where we're at right now with pro-2A stuff in this country, dude. That guy he was a legit trailblazer when it came to, keeping gun rights intact in this country years ago. And if it wasn't for him doing a bunch of rally stuff, it wasn't for him doing a bunch of, gun rights advocacy across the country, we would be way worse off right now than we are as it stands, with Democrats attacking our gun rights every day in this country is what it is now. So, yeah, good on G-Webs for being that guy that, spent it, I think it was like 2.5 or 3 years of his life, something like that, to go out there and fight the good fight. And it's exactly why I'm at where I'm at right now and doing what I'm doing to try to do the same thing as what it is, dude. It's a life getting constitutional carry pass here is what it is. So, and I'm going to try to do that in several other states for that matter too at some point in the future, if I can. Of course, it's going to take money eventually to do that, but, as of right now, it's, just trying to get stuff doing what needs to be done here is what it is. So, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much what I have for the day right now. I will be back. I don't know when exactly. It might be later today. It might be sometime down the line. But either way, yeah. Pieces of shit like Jasmine Crockett have no place in Congress or any of the position of power in this country ever. They need to be ousted from our elected offices entirely and be barred for life from holding them again, because they need to be arrested for law for their continued attacks on gun rights in this country, for their continued attacks and assaults and oath breaking on the Second Amendment is what it is there. And maybe one day soon, maybe I will do an Oath Breakers episode where I just call it Oath Breakers, every member of the squad, because that's what it really needs to be at this point. I consider Crockett to be part of that squad is what it is, dude, even though she might not be officially part of it. She technically is. So, so it'll be her, it'll be Pressley, it'll be AOC, it'll be Cori Bush, it'll be Omar and Tlaib, all of them, dude. And why they only be tossed out of office right now on their fucking asses. So, and I think it's honest. The worst part of it is, it's like you have these old fuckers that have been in power forever, like your Pelosi's and stuff like that are like the worst of the worst there for their generation. And then you have pieces of shit like whether it be AOC or Pressley or Crockett, etc., that are the worst fucking representations and communist pieces of shit of Gen X, Millennials, Zennials, Gen Z, etc. Like I'm actually surprised at this point that you haven't had Maxwell Frost join the squad as one of the bigger anti-gunner kids out there, since he wants to tote the whole Gen Z thing, the first Gen Z or whatever the case be there in Congress. Even though he himself should have been on the spot forward to run the fucking race, dude. He had to put shit on credit card debt to even hold campaign rallies and stuff. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? You can't even come up with the capital to run? Like, first of all, how is that not a fucking disqualifier for financial stuff? Because you don't have finances there to even run on the thing, dude. Like, it blows my mind, honestly, on that one, dude. And the fact that this idiot's now making $174,000 for the last couple of years now is what it is. It's just a slap in the face of this entire country. It is what it really is, honestly. Not to mention the same thing with that bitch Crockett. She's basically taking $350,000 off the American people at this point. Just fleeced our fucking asses for that much money, which she shouldn't have got a dime of, honestly. Same thing with Pressley for about the last, what is it, 6 years now or so, give or take. AOC too. All the other idiots of the squads, what it is there, dude. So I fucking hope so. I hope she loses hard to the other Democrat in that primary, dude, in Missouri there. At least then you may have St. Louis finally have a decent representative for it in Congress that's actually going to help fix the fucking problem there, is what it is a shithole city in that state. Like that's what I've said before, dude. Like if you look at our act, like going on a little tirade before we leave here today, if you actually look at the problem with our country right now, it's all Democrat-run help pocket the major cities of these different states now. You know, you look at where all the violence is coming here in Ohio. It's from places like Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, Cleveland, Toledo, Akron, and Canton. And then Lima, that's just an area there, because that's like super downtrodden. But yeah, it's like those 7 major cities, and then like the area where Lima hugs. This is what it is there. And a lot of it, you can directly link back to both fatherlessness in homes and stuff like that, but also you can link it back straight to the fucking fentanyl crisis / opioid crisis that piece of shit Sackler family created with Purdue Pharma, as it was back in the day when they were pushing their fucking OxyContin drugs and everybody's what it was there, dude. And then you wonder why it's such a fucking mess now, is what it is. And it's like, yes, it's these people need to be held accountable, dude, for the fucking shit they've done to this country, is what it is. And I'm talking about death penalty sentences for these fucking people. Crimes against humanity is what it is right now, dude. The fact that you have the entire Sackler family being able to walk free from this shit and not be facing death penalty level crimes against humanity charges right now is a slap in the fucking face across the board, dude. They knew exactly what they were doing when they put those fucking big pharma drugs in the market, addictive as hell, and paid off some fucking dude at the FDA to not make it a black box label, and then years later hire that fucking guy for their firm, is what it is, dude. So you can push their bullshit that way, which I guess is like a known thing in the FDA too, for that matter, where they'll like, it'll be some random person comes up in that place to like, you know, be given the green light to a bunch of drug manufacturers, and then it's, you know, 3, 4, 5 years later, whatever it is there, they then go leave the FDA and go work and get like $100,000 or $200,000, $300,000 a year job at one of these fucking big pharmaceutical companies, and that's what it is. And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, why are we letting big pharma control our fucking lives in this country, dude? Seriously. Like, it's all a bunch of shit, dude. The FDA is corrupt as hell and needs to be dealt with accordingly on that one, too, on top of all the shit, dude. When you have their people, their agents there, giving the green light to these companies to be a bunch of fucking scumbags and create all kinds of fucking death level fucking atrocities in this country. Like, no, try these fucking companies with the death penalty for crimes against humanity. It's that simple, really, literally. It's not gun violence. It's not any of that shit that's causing the fucking issues, dude. It's these fucking pharmaceutical companies and the big-ass giant government in this fucking nation that are in cahoots with each other, that are keep fucking jerking each other off left and right and stuff like that to get their fucking shills and powers, what it is there, man. Fuck that noise. Across the board, everybody's gone. We start fucking fresh with a bunch of new people is what it is. And we're better off as a nation right now is what it is there. So, anyway. Other than that, that's where I'll be out for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See y'all in the next one. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Always be careful because never what's going to happen. And make sure that you are definitely upping your game for what you're carrying, because when the shit goes south in this country, it's going to go very south very quickly, and you might be having to fight entire sleeper cells as one armed person. So, yeah, prepare accordingly for that shit. So, anyway. Hopefully that won't be the case, but anymore it seems like it probably will be. So, you know, like I said, make sure you're carrying extra mags, extra ammo, etc. there. You know, all kinds of extra backup stuff. Maybe an extra gun or two for that matter on you, if you can. So if nothing else, you can just hand off like a second gun to someone else. That'd be the case. To have your back is what it'd be then. So... And then, of course, you know, long gun carry or PCC carry or something like that in a vehicle is always a good option right now, as long as you're, you know, still going by state laws, which are mostly unconstitutional themselves at that point, but that's besides the point, you know. You still got to abide by those laws so you don't get fucked over until it is out of your gun rights then. But, yeah, other than that, though, stay safe, stay strapped, don't get clapped. Peace out, y'all. Later. Totally. It's too stressed.